what does success mean to you? Growing up, many of us may have been sold the idea of what success looks like. Going to school, finishing college, to secure ourselves in good paying jobs, to pay for expensive things like cars, the latest trendy outfit, expensive holidays, and I hope you get the idea in our consumer-focused world that we currently live in. But I've realized that having achieved that job promotion that I've always wanted, I didn't suddenly wake up the following morning as a new and happy person. Don't get me wrong, it does feel amazing to achieve goals and that feeling of accomplishment. However, I've learned that that feeling doesn't always last forever. Before I knew it, I was back to my existing state. I think for many of us, once we've reached a certain goalpost, we can find ourselves quickly moving to the next one, always chasing success. Or shall I say, chasing happiness. So I've come to realize and questioning what it is that I'm really chasing. These external things that I've put on a pedestal to achieve, that once achieved, there's no guarantee that it's going to make me happy. And I've heard the saying quite a few times that happiness is something that comes from within. And I've dismissed it so many times. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I sure know that these new boots are going to make me happy. We cannot rely on external factors to feel happy, because when we are chasing outcomes, we're constantly going to be chasing and looking for the next thing. So don't get me wrong, this is not about scrapping our dreams, scrapping our ambitions and our desire to have a better life. This is about thinking differently about success and not waiting to be happy once we've reached the destination of the idea of success. So I would rather we focus on the journey, embracing the journey and doing things that make us happy along the way, and not putting the outcome on a pedestal and waiting to be happy once we've achieved that job promotion, once we have bought that new car, thinking that this is what's going to make us happy. And I know some people may be saying, yes, I know my phone makes me happy, and I know car makes me happy. And I understand that, sometimes they can contribute towards our happiness. But is it long lasting? Or is it temporarily until we want the next best thing? Because I found myself to want to achieve so many things. And if you're someone who's also ambitious, then maybe you can relate to this as well. When you put the outcome on a pedestal, you put yourself on so much pressure, where you feel like once you've achieved this outcome, that's when you're going to be happy. That when you've achieved that dream job, that's when you're going to feel happy. So I've put myself under so much pressure thinking like this. When we don't achieve the outcome, or when we don't get the results that we want, what does that mean? Does that mean we're failure? And does that mean we're not worthy? Which is completely not true. So the point I'm trying to make is when we have dreams and when we have aspirations, it doesn't mean that the destination is what's going to make us happy. It's the journey that really, it's the here and now, because we're not living in the past and the future is not here yet. Unless you're someone who's constantly thinking of the past and the future in your mind. But in reality, all we have is right now. And so being happy right now is what's important to reaching the goal, to reaching the outcome, towards going what we want to go to and embracing the journey. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. And this is something I would have told my younger self when I've been so hard on myself. So I'm learning to practice questioning success. And every time I take on a new project, or if I want to buy something, and maybe you can too, to find out what it is that we really want, we could ask the questions, why do I want to do this? Whether that's taking on the next job role, or whether that's buying a new materialistic object. Is this to show other people, or is it something for me that's really going to make me happy? Is it worth the sacrifice? Is it worth the sacrifice of relationships, of time, of the present moment? Is it going to bring me happiness? If it is, then you'll have your answer. It's something that's meaningful, it's something that's purposeful. And I think that's when we'll know whether it is something that's going to bring us happiness. I think ultimately when we seek something that has more meaning and brings more fulfillment to our life, I've learned that that's what makes us happy, when we have some form of purpose, and when we question what we're doing, if it's for society expectation, or is it something that we really want, that we value, that's going to bring service to others. So the idea of success means different things to different people. But ultimately, the reason why we seek success, or why we want success, is because we feel that success is what's going to bring us happiness, what's going to make us happy. So I think we need to think about how we look at success and perhaps redefine success, rather than chasing the idea of success of what's been sold to us. I think we need to think about what makes us happy on a more day-to-day basis. What is it that makes us feel joy? When we're more in line with our values, what's important to us, what brings us fulfillment and joy and meaning to life, we're less likely to chase these external factors. So for example, for some people that could be living a more creative life. For some people it could be having a life with a lot more freedom. Or for some people it's living a very basic and simple life, living below the means, where you don't have any financial debt or something hanging at the back of your mind. So success means different things to different people, but ultimately it's about finding happiness in your day-to-day life and living in line with your values. So having a life that brings you fulfillment, that's what I'm learning, and where you have some purpose or some responsibility towards serving others. And this is what brings a lot of us happiness, that are not relied on the outcome. When we learn to let go of the outcome and concentrate on the more day-to-day happiness and living more in the present, rather than thinking that once we've achieved this external goal, once we go over there and achieved it, that's when we're going to be happy. So that's it from me today. I hope you found this video useful. I would love to hear from you. What is your idea of success? Do you agree with what I've discussed in the video, or do you disagree? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Press a like if you've enjoyed this video, and consider subscribing. That would really help and help this channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.